What is the best all-around standard zoom f2.8 full-frame lens for the Sony system? There are a few more third-party lenses than I'll talk about, but in this video we're going to be talking about the big three, which is Sigma, Tamron, and the native Sony. Specifically, we're going to be talking about four lenses. The Tamron 28-75, which at the time of this video comes in at $899, is 4.6 inches in length and weighs 1.2 pounds. The Sigma 28-70, which is on sale right now for $799, it is 4 inches long and weighing in at just over 1 pound at 16.6 ounces. The Sigma 24-72.8 comes in at $1,099, is 4.84 inches long and 1.84 pounds. The Sony 24-72.8 G Master version 2, which comes in at $2,298. It is 4.7 inches long and 1.5 pounds. Uses for this type of lens can be just about anything. I think the only type of photography this isn't really suited for would be wildlife and sports. But I think even some sports you could probably get away with a mid-range zoom. This is a lens that I would categorize as just a get out and shoot type of lens. Quick disclaimer, I actually don't own any of these lenses, but I have been in the Sony system for 4 years now and have owned an array of third-party and native lenses, including the OG 24-70 Sony lens and the 28-75 Tamron f2.8. Found that I kind of outgrew the need for a mid-range zoom, but I've been looking to put one back in my bag. So these recommendations are going to be coming from someone who is in the market for and owns or has previously owned lenses from all of these manufacturers. You can watch the rest of the video to see the why as to why I chose these lenses, but to save you time, I'm going to give you the answer right now. And because the answer can depend on your specific needs and budget, I've broken this down into 3 categories. Number 1, the best bang for your buck lens, I think, is going to be the Sigma 24-70. Number 2, if portability is your main concern, I would definitely go with the Sigma 28-70. And number 3, this is the best overall lens. Money is no object. I would just go ahead and buy that Sony G Master version 2. That is definitely going to be the best lens of the bunch. So Tamron didn't make the cut for those 3, but that doesn't mean that it won't fit your needs and you shouldn't buy it. More towards that at the end of the video. If you find this video helpful at all, drop a like, leave a comment, and at minimum, subscribe. So coming in at number 1, the best value of the bunch is going to be that 24-70 Sigma. You are going to get 24 millimeters as opposed to 28 on the more budget-friendly Tamron and Sigma, which to me is a much bigger difference than the 70-75 range there on the long end on the Tamron, because when you think about it percentage wise, 5 millimeters on the long end isn't going to be nearly as much as 4 millimeters on the wide end. It is a couple $100 more expensive than the cheaper alternatives, but I think optically it's definitely going to hold its weight against the Sony version. Also, it's just a better build quality and ergonomically is going to be better than the cheaper alternatives. The only real con I see with this lens is the size and the weight. Now, if portability is your main driving factor, I would 100% go with that Sigma 28-70. Like I said, that 5 millimeters on the long end isn't going to be quite as bad as losing 4 millimeters on the wide end. So if that 4 millimeters on the wide end doesn't bother you and you like having that added portability and lightweight, I think the Sigma 28-70, no brainer. On to the best overall lens. Obviously this one's going to go to the Sony. They've done a great job of answering the problems that a lot of people had with the original Sony 24-70, which was the weight of that lens, which is one of the main reasons that I sold it. And also, judging off all of the technical reviews, it seems like they've also made some really good optical improvements. All right, so back to the Tamron. Optically, reviews do seem to point out that it does have an edge over the ultra portable Sigma. So if size and portability isn't your biggest issue, I would definitely consider the Tamron, since the size difference isn't that much, coming in at only a half an inch longer and just 0.2 pounds heavier. Looking at these lenses as a whole, obviously if you pixel peep, you are going to find some minor differences and flaws from each of these lenses, but for the price, besides the G Master, you're not going to find much. So the lens that I am most likely to buy is going to be the 24-70 Sigma. I like having the extra 4 millimeters on the wide end, better optics than the cheaper counterparts, and the price compared to Sony is $1,200. And I don't see myself justifying that purchase, especially since I've already bought and sold 2 medium zoom range lenses. Although if I bought the Sony version, I may be more inclined to use and keep it. If you're watching this video, you're obviously in the market like I am, so which one are you buying?